What is QAT accelerator? I've heard about it. It's been around a while, but what does it actually mean and what does it do?
Yeah, Intel Quick Assist technology has been around for a little while and been making steady improvements. Quick Assist technology originally came in add-in cards on a PCI bus, and then eventually we brought it to Xeon directly embedded as a built-in accelerator in the 4th generation Xeon. Sapphire Rapids carried forth into 5th generation Emerald Rapids. But QAT allows you to accelerate, okay, with a built-in acceleration, encryption, decompression, network passing, processing, DPDK, if you're familiar with that in the network layer. These are tools and capabilities that Intel Quick Assist technology can speed up and offload from the main cores of the Xeon processor by running them in the discrete built-in accelerator of QAT in the same package.
So, what I find very interesting and most people don't realize, all that kind of traffic, encryption, compression, decompression, all that stuff doesn't hit the cores in the processor. So that
Yeah,
frees those cores up to do other work where some of our competitors, they're actually using cores to do that work instead of offloading it to another part of the processor.
correct. And a nice thing about it also is that you're still doing it within the same package of Xeon. So you don't have to be adding in the complexity of additional add-in cards, et cetera, to handle those necessary functions of key workloads in the data center. And sometimes it can actually make the raw performance of what you want the core to do even better. Like we do QAT acceleration for Microsoft SQL Server helps with the backup restore times of the actual database because they're able to offload that backup restore of the SQL
Onto
database
the
onto
Oh,
QAT. But your core's still alive and well to crunch the numbers of that SQL database. That makes
so I
sense?
can do things in parallel in that case, where before
Right.
I'm context switching in the processor between my backup and my querying that I'm doing. So
And in the end, this is ideally giving you a harmonious solution where you're getting the maximum performance and the best TCO story because you understand how to use the core and the built-in accelerator really well at that application level.
So do I have to do something special to take advantage of QAT?
You do want to look for built-in acceleration use. You do want to look for software vendors that have optimized or look for packages from the open source community where it has been optimized and you can then take advantage of that. And for our Intel sellers, it's a good set of lists of our partners that I can actually document have already done that work or in the open source community. But you do have to make sure you're mapping the software workload with the actual technology from Intel and make sure it's been validated and is performing in the market.
Okay. But no real big change for me then. I just it's in the processor and I need to just make sure I have the right software and I'm off to the races.
Correct. That big change is make sure you talk to your vendors around, hey, how can you help me get my best bang for the buck for my infrastructure and your software by giving me the release or the download that is aligned between the two.